guys, welcome to our part 2 of the cognitive distortions. Yeah, so always being right. This is basically believing that you are always right and others are wrong, and you wouldn't care how it would affect people. Like when you want to prove your point, you wouldn't care. Just like, I'm right. I know what I'm saying. Like even like even when you're wrong, you're still right. You see, like, you get my point. Like, you just have this mindset that it shouldn't be like that, it's like this. You see, like, for example, if you guys are debating for about, like, let's say a certain movie, you'll argue your point with, like, and say everything that you have to say without, like, considering what this other person have to say, how they'll feel about it. You get? Yeah. The next one would be like fallacy of fairness. This one is basically, if you suffer from fallacy of fairness, you often feel resentful because you think that you know what is fair and no one is abiding by it. So, like, this feeling will leave you with feelings of unhappiness and resentfulness. You see, like, you're like, Anani shouldn't have gotten that job. I mean, see, I also did the same thing. Why did she get it and I didn't get it? See, we did the same course. Yeah, you see, it's like something of the sort. And so you resent this person, even though this person maybe was your friend, but you resent them because, like, you have a mindset like it wasn't fair that they got it, but you didn't. You see, yeah. The next one would be emotional reasoning. Me thing. It's the most common one with most of us, and most of us tend to fall into this type of trap because, like, you see, like, we tend to reason with the emotions. We see how we feel as the truth regardless of whatever evidence is presented to you, and it can be awfully harming because, you see, like, it creates a loop in that you feel bad, so you think of something negative, which messes with how you feel and makes it even worse. You see, like, for example, you've been hurt, or, like, let's say you've been traumatized by something, you've been feeling bad about it, and then someone does something almost similar to what you've been feeling, or what happened. You will think of this person as that, like, you will reason with emotions of pain. Like, you'll carry that emotion that you used to feel, and you'll reason with it right now in this current situation, even though it's not even like that. You see, for example, if someone that hurt you used to maybe ignore your messages, you will and then, like, the person that you're with right now does the same, you will reason with your emotions. You'll be like, Nani hurt me and they used to do this, so you'll come and be like, the way this person isn't responding to my messages, you see, like, you're not reasoning with your mind, you're not thinking about it as much, you're thinking this person would rather do something else than actually talk to you, or maybe they're doing something bad and that's why they're not talking to you, they're ignoring your messages or something of the sort. Yeah. We have the next one will be the control fallacies. This thinking trap, it involves two similar beliefs about being in control of pretty much everything. Yes, the first one would be like external control fallacy, where we see ourselves as victims of fate with no direct control over our lives. For example, you are late for something. You will blame your alarm. You won't blame yourself at all. You'll be like, no, it was my alarm that made me come late. Or maybe you beat up someone while you were drunk and you're like, no, it was because I was drunk. So you see, you're blaming something else. You're not actually taking into, like, you're not accepting what you've done is wrong. You'd rather blame something else, you see. The next one would be the second one would be under control fallacies, would be internal control fallacy. When we assume we are completely responsible for the pain and happiness of everyone. You see, like for example, you're like, if I do this, Nani will be sad. If I do this, you're not considering yourself. You're considering this. You feel like you're responsible for this other person. So if you're like, if I do this, Nani will be happy. If I do this, Nani will be sad. You see, like you're not like actually responsible for someone else's feelings. In truth be told, it's taken time for me to actually accept that, but I have, like, because I would hold back stuff. I would hold back stuff that I would like to do or I would like to say, because I am trying to control the narrative. I am trying to control the whole situation, but I'm actually not responsible for how you feel or how you react. That's a you situation. You get? Yes. You have personalization. In this type of distortion, it's basically you believe that everything a person does or says is directed to you. You see, and so you end up thinking about it when in reality it isn't even about you. It's just a whole other. You see, like for example, you're walking past a certain group of people and then they laugh. And then you'll be like, oh, they're laughing at me, when in actual sense they're just cracking their own jokes. But because you have that mindset that other people, whatsoever they do, it's directed to you, you'll be a little bit unhappy and you'll overthink about it. Yes. The next one would be should statements. This is when you have an iron, you just have a rigid mindset and rules for how you or others should or shouldn't behave when our expectations doesn't come through. We feel disappointed, frustrated, anxious, and even angry with ourselves. You might think that the rules are helping you, but in actual sense they are far from help. You see, like for example, you're like, I should exercise more, I should eat certain types of food, I should pass my exams. As much as it's something nice that you're supposed to do, as much as something right that you're supposed to do, but because you've put that rigid or like that stuck rule that you have to do this, when you don't, you'll beat yourself up and you'll most probably not be able to move from it because you feel like you have to, you should, and that's not a very healthy way of living, you see. Yeah, basically that's most of it. Yeah, I'm grateful for you guys who have watched until here. And yeah, I just need you guys to understand, like, the thing with our minds is that, like, as I said, it's a bit of our enemy, and if we don't control how we think, it will always be a negative mindset. If you're not in control with your thoughts, they might bring you down, and that's not a really good thing, you see. Yeah, so just try to have a positive mindset. When you have a negative thought, take a step back, think about it, think about how, if it's actually like that, is it actually like that, is it the way I'm thinking about it? If it's something that you can talk to someone about, talk to them about it, so you can gain clarity of the situation, so that you can actually know what's actually happening and it's not your mind telling you stuff, because our minds can actually give you a very, like, itakufanya ufikirie whatever you're thinking is right when it's actually not right, you see. Yeah, so you guys take care and have a good one. God bless. Peace out.